We're in a new generation of video games, and this time I want to go ahead and talk about physical versus digital games. Let's go ahead and get started. Hey guys, welcome back to Pop Games. If you like video games, collections, unboxings, pickup videos, make sure you subscribe and check out my content. All right guys, so I want to go ahead and talk about the physical versus digital collecting here on the channel right now, because I know a lot of people out there are looking for the PS5 Digital Edition, and I was wondering how many people out there actually collect video games or like the physical video games in their collection or their library. So let's go ahead and talk about that right now. So I want to go ahead and start with the pros and cons for both systems, and then, generalize or summarize everything at the end of the video. So the first thing I want to go ahead and talk about is physical video games and what I think about that. So the physical video games are the things that I collect. I like collecting physical media because, one, you can go ahead and own it for the rest of your life. You can go ahead and keep that physical game in your library and always have it there, right? So it's something you buy, you can look at. When people come over your house, you can talk about it, you can go ahead and let people borrow it. It's something that you always own unless you sell. And then that leads me to talk about number two, which is selling, trading, and letting people borrow your stuff. So basically, you can go ahead and let people borrow your physical games. If you have a friend that wants to, check out a game that you own, or you want to go ahead and check out a game your friend owns, you can always trade. You can always, share the video games and talk about it later, which is a great thing. Growing up in the 90s, this is what we did back then. We would let our friends, borrow things and, play those video games, and then later on, we would go ahead and discuss what, we thought of a video game or how awesome it was or if it was bad. But it's something that we can do with physical media. When you have a physical video game, you can always just lend it out or sell it or trade it back. You can go ahead and take it to GameStop to get 2 cents back for your video game, or you can sell it on eBay for, maybe like 80 to 90% of the money that you paid. At least it's something back into your pocket. You don't have to just go ahead and blow it and then never be able to resell it again. Physical media is very important when it comes to that. And the third thing is one of the biggest things that I like about collecting physical media, and that is being able to save it, for later generations to experience. Like, for example, for your kids or grandchildren or anybody else in your family or friends, you can save it for later for the future generations to be able to see that video game. For example, if you have a copy of a game, you can save that game in your family, and literally 100 years from now, somebody can go ahead and get that game. If they have a working PlayStation, they could put it into the PS5 and then play it later, 100 years from now, which is something crazy, and that our people are doing right now too with Nintendo systems from back in the day, Atari systems from back in the day. Those are old systems, but people that have physical games can play those video games if they're protected correctly, which is a thing too. You have to make sure they're clean. You have to make sure you protect them, keep them safe, away from fires or floods and stuff like that. So it's something that I think is really awesome. And then later on in life, you can have your own museum of video games. When you're like 80 or 90, be like, all right, I'm about to kick the bucket, but I have a collection of games that I'm leaving for my family, my children, my grandchildren to be able to experience. And saving that content is awesome, guys. I think that is really, really cool for future generations to experience something that we are playing through right now. That is super cool. Now let's go ahead and talk about digital games and the convenience of having digital games. Let's say you have 20 digital games in your console. You can swap between them whenever you feel like it. And it's super quick, super fast. And that's the main thing, you don't have to go to your collection, to your shelf to get a new game, open it up, put the disc inside of the system, and do that every single time, because if you want to play 5 games, especially if you're a content creator and you want to make a video, you don't want to go through all these different physical games and put them each every time into the console, when you can just go ahead and switch right then and there if they're digitally installed into your system. That is much faster and is a good way to switch between games, which is really, really cool. And the whole thing about digital games is that you can't sell them back. If you're tired of playing your game, you can't sell it back. You can't trade it in. You can't give it to a friend or whatever. I mean, unless you give your friend your account password, like username and password to log into your account, you can't really share it. And that's one of the things that is a downfall for digital gaming. It's something that I'm not really behind, but if they do figure out a way to do that, make it work, that would be awesome. Another thing is that, you can go ahead and have an internet problem. Your console could catch fire and lose all the games on it. You can go ahead and lose your username and password, or maybe the company shuts down and they don't allow that anymore, which is crazy, but at the same time, it is possible. So that's one of the reasons why having a physical copy of a game is much more substantial than having something that you can't really own. It's not really yours if you don't have it in your hands. You know what I'm saying? So that is one of the things that I like about physical games. You can own that physical game forever, but with a digital game, you can lose internet and anything really can happen. And that's not really cool when it comes to your collection. So that's how I feel about physical versus digital. Now, I may have forgotten a lot of things in this video, so maybe in the future I'll make like another part of this video talking about some other things that I may think of in the future. But guys, that's how I feel about it. I'm always going to be a, advocate for physical games and physical media, so that's how I think. But again, guys, let me know in the comments down below what you guys think. Do you collect physical media, or are you okay getting your digital games? Also, let me know in the comments down below what console you went with this generation. Did you get a physical standard console, or did you get a digital only console like the PS5 Digital Edition or the Xbox Series S? Let me know in the comments down below. Guys, this is a fun video here that I wanted to make, on my thoughts about physical versus digital. So let me know also your thoughts in the comments below. If you liked it, like it, share, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys later. Stay safe out there and peace out.
Man, I don't know what this guy's talking about, man. If you're gonna have some kind of game, why don't you want the physical game instead of the digital game? So I don't understand what this guy's talking about, physical, digital. I mean, come on, man. If this guy got literally hundreds of games back here, look at this collection. Look at this collection of games. Why is he talking about digital game, that garbage stuff, man? We don't want digital game around here. We want this physical game. You can go this to the street. You can go ahead and sell this for 5 cents each, man. Be like, hey, you want digital game? Here you go, man. You want this Last of Us 2 here, or Last of Us remaster? You want this? Go ahead and sell it. You know what I'm saying? Sell it for 50 bucks. You know what I'm saying? Make your money back. You can't do that with digital game only. You know what I'm saying? So make sure you go to the street, sell this game, and tell Pablo here from Park Game, be like, hey, man, no digital stuff. We don't do that around here. Okay? You can't let this to your children, your little kid later in the future. You gotta tell her, hey, this is where we come from, okay? We come from this. Okay, I'm saying, you know what I'm saying? So we don't talk about that stuff around here, the digital stuff, okay? So make sure you let her know in the comments down below. Tell Pablo, hey, no digital, physical only, okay, man? Man, okay. Oh man, it's Pablo. Oh man, does Pablo know about this camera, man? This camera made me look good, man. Oh yeah, I got to tell people about this. Oh, Pablo, you too. Hey man, you see my face? This is me, my name is Ricky, okay? I'm the real boss here, okay? Tell Pablo I'm the boss, okay? He's over there somewhere telling I'm the boss. This is my game cave here, man. My game room, okay?